Alright folks, hey, Adam Newbold here, Director of ATG Worldwide out of Lisbon, Ohio. I'm going to do a series of videos to talk about tying some knots, some very useful knots. We'll start with the 5 that we utilize in SEAL training and all throughout our career as U.S. Navy SEALs. If you can't tie a knot, tie a lot, right? Well, that doesn't really work. It's a big waste of rope, and it's not something that you want to, trust your life with. So if you're doing any climbing, if you're hauling things, if you have a need to tie some knots, it's a good idea to know what to do. I'll show you a couple of basic ones right now, starting with the square knot. Okay, I have two small lines here. Okay, rope, line, whatever you want to call it, and I've got two different colors so that you can easily see the difference between the two lines as we tie them together. Alright, I have one in my left hand and one in my right hand. The easiest way to tie a square knot is to take my right hand and place this line over top of the other one, right over left, and under, just like you begin to tie your shoe, most of us. And then that same started with, this yellow one, which was on the right side and is now on the left side, left over right and under, which comes right through the middle there, and pull it tight. This is a square knot. Notice that on both sides it looks as so, creating somewhat of a square. Okay? The good thing about this knot is when tension is placed on the rope, it will hold, and yet it's easy to take apart. Pretty cool, huh? A pointer and something you need to know about this is it is used with two lines of the same size. Right? If these are different sizes, that knot may not, and if they're different enough, it will not hold. So again, let's take a look at the square knot. A very effective knot used for two pieces of line of the same diameter. Right over left and under, left over right and under. Pull it tight, check it. Okay, that's a square knot. You see, just by pulling on the rope ends, these are called the bitter ends. Okay, these are the bitter ends, the end of the rope. But on the lead ends, pulling on them, that knot stays nice and tight. Again, under tension, that will tighten up, but it can easily be, by pressing both of the ends of the line together, that can come right apart. One more tip on making a square knot, tying a square knot here. If you have a bite, which is simply a loop in the rope, okay, this is a bite right here. Okay, if you have a bite or a loop, okay, if this was tied off and you wanted to tie in with a square knot into that loop or bite, what you can do is come into the loop, okay, toward yourself, down and around the back side, away from you, back toward yourself and back through the loop, again creating that square knot. Okay. In the loop, down, under and around, and back through, creating the square knot. One final thing. This knot is sufficient to hold a tremendous amount of weight depending on the line's strength. If you wanted to put some safety half hitches in this line to further ensure that it doesn't come undone, all you need to do is come down and back through this loop on itself. See that? And with this side, same thing. going back in the direction of the lead of the line. Okay, this can help so these do not come undone, they don't slip out, but further it can help take up any slack rope that you might have. Okay, if I have a lot of excess rope here and I want to tie it off so it's not dangling so much, I can do so like that. Move this one on out. Here comes the rain. If it ain't raining, we ain't training. Alright. Square knot with some half hitches or safety knots, safety hitches on the ends. Alright. Check out our other videos. We'll be putting out here shortly with some other knots. Use them wisely. Stay safe and effective.